Hey guys, so I'm going to continue my foray away from splitting a little bit, and once again steal and amend Marc's idea and do another good, the bad, and the underrated. This time from a designer house, as you can see. This is one of my favorites from the designers. This is the Thierry Mugler house. Much talked about, much hyped, much overrated, sometimes underrated. So let's go through quickly what I have down the line. No introductions really needed for most of these, but do it anyways. Ice Pen, the Patchouli Bomb, the ever-elusive Pure Coffee, Pure Havan, the Taste of Fragrance, often referred to as Amen Pure Chili, the much-hyped Pure Malt, and also from the same Liqueur de Parfum line, this is the Angel version. This is cherry wood aged, supposedly. Angel, with a nice bourbon note in it. This is the original Amen in the metal flask. The oddball of the group, B-Men. Still waiting on that C-Men flanker. And then finally, the odd brother of the group, Mugler Cologne. The Mugler for people who hate all the other ones. So, oh, and one more. How could I forget? Whoa, sorry about that. Amen's Sun Essence. I don't have a full bottle of this, as you can see, and there's a reason for that. This one wins the award for the bad. Now, I know what they were trying to do with this, and I give them props for releasing a summer flanker that was not the conventional, watery, aquatic, boring, generic, seen it 100 times release. For that, they deserve credit. However, this one really, it's just too, not too weird, but they just missed the mark in the weirdness. I know Mugler is known for putting some very different notes in their fragrances, and most of the time they've done very well with that. On this one, I think the combination just didn't work. They tried to take Amen and turn it into a summer fragrance, which it's not. I mean, Amen is the epitome of a winter fragrance, and they just, some things are better just left alone. And the combination of the coffee and the green, orange, patchouli, and a few other things, it really just doesn't work. I don't know. I don't like trashing on it because I think it really does deserve credit for being a different type of summer flanker, but it just didn't work. Sorry, guys. Didn't work. And as you can see, I don't have a full bottle. Really not looking to get one unless I can find one at a very good price. If somebody wants to sell me a bottle for $20, I'll take you up on that. Solely for collection purposes, because it's the only men's release I don't have, but this is not the best effort from Mugler. Not their best. So, Amen Sun Essence, the bad. Now, let's move along to the underrated. Now, this was actually the most difficult decision for me to make. Mostly because it's hard to find one from this line that's underrated. And so many of these are so hyped, so talked about. Every time one comes out, there's a fiasco on the internet trying to find out when it'll come out, and they have a new one. It's coming out very soon, which I will get to at the end of this video. But, I think there is one here that is not as talked about, or at least not as appreciated as I think it should be. that is the taste of fragrance. Now, why are people turned off by this? I think, first off, the price tag when they came out with it is $90 in the U.S. And I think a lot of customers thought that they were being taken advantage of a little bit by Mugler based on the hype of all their previous releases having been much less. For example, Pure Malt originally was $70, Pure Havane was $80, Pure Coffee when it first came out in 2008 was $65, and on the re-release it was $85. This guy goes up to $90. Why is that? Well, I don't know. I think I agree with them a little bit. I think $90 is pushing it. If they start going above 90, I would caution them. I think they're going to start losing customers because that's for a designer release, especially from a line. I mean, you can't frame this as a niche. It doesn't work. I mean, these are so well known in what they are that you can't reframe them in a different way. So if you start going above, Mugler, if you're listening, if you start going above $90, I would even caution you to tone it down from 90. You're going to start losing customers. And I may very well be one of them. But, price aside, this is very unique. I only have, and I can only think of, one other fragrance that has the chili pepper note in here. And that is the Saks Fifth Avenue for Him from Bond, which has a chili note in it. Also very good. This one, another reason why I think people don't like it is it's certainly not the projection monster that the other ones are. This one is much lighter. Not to say that it's light and you can't really smell it. You definitely can. Longevity is okay. 6 hours, sometimes a little bit more. Not bad. Again, $90. You better give us a good product for that much money. This one skirts the line on that a little bit. But I think where it wins is how unique it is. And from a line that is known for producing very unique things, this one really hits it out of the park. The chili pepper note is not one that you're going to find a lot of designer houses approaching. It can be very much of a turnoff if you do it incorrectly. And I think they really did a very good job of encasing that chili pepper note around the cocoa and a little bit of the coffee from Amen to make this a very well done release. Now, I know some people say that they get some curry out of this. I don't know where you're getting that. I think you might just be misinterpreting the chili pepper. There's no curry in here. That's not happening. But if you haven't checked it out, try and find a sample of it. I know this one is no longer on Mugler's website. It's out of stock apparently until they decide to take it out of their vault. But try and find a sample of it. Give it a shot. See if it works. This one is a lot more versatile. You can wear it in an office and it's not going to overpower everyone. I would be a little careful. The chili pepper might turn off some people. It's not, I wouldn't go spraying this liberally and wearing it like crazy, but you could really get away with this in a lot more circumstances than you could with a lot of the other ones here. So give this a look if you haven't. If you are turned off by the price, give it a second chance if price is not an issue for you. Give it a look. All right. Now, before I get to the best, I really should do this. I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. Before I get to the best, I need to throw in my 2 cents on something that was a big issue amongst the internet and YouTube fragrance community way back in November, and that was the infamous re-release of Pure Coffee. Now, there's a reason I'm throwing my 2 cents in on this, and that is, I understand and I appreciate the company offering bottles of this for people to get their hands on, and I think they really dropped the ball on it in a lot of ways. First of all, they released 50 bottles of it when the demand was 10 times that. You know, the morning that this went on sale, there was a thread started on Facebook, and I mean, there were hundreds of posts in it within an hour. Hundreds of posts. And everybody wanted to get their hands on us. There was a rush. Their website went down. I can sort of look past that. What I can't look past is two things. One, you needlessly upped the price of this to $85. This was $65 when it came out originally, and you upped the price to $85. The only difference is you stuck it in a fake leather bag. There's no original packaging, which actually, the packaging in the original Pure Coffee is the best packaging out of any of these, but you stuck it in a fake